Someone asked me to talk a short about Shantideva. Said, who is Shantideva? So I have to say a few words, and most of the senior participants, I think they know very well. But then, of course, we have some fresh participants. For the sake of this, I will say only just few words, so that who is this great spiritual teacher, Shantideva? And Shantideva was an Indian spiritual teacher. Of course, during his lifetime, of course, he didn't visit Tibet, but his teachings were widely translated, especially this Shantideva's text, which is Bodhisattva's way of life. And then there's another text which is called Lavakundu, which I don't know whether this is translated into English or not. There are a few other texts. So now, Shantideva. I think his way of, I don't have to tell all the father, mother, all these things, just go straight, few words. And his way of practicing the Bodhisattva's way of life based on sixth perfection was quite unique among the great spiritual teacher in India. Why it is very special? He practiced without showing to anybody. And when he was in the university, Buddhist university, and he was practicing and studying and everything, but he didn't show to anybody. And his small room, of course, was having so much activities, meditation, so much within him, but he didn't show anything to other classmates or university mates. He didn't show anything. He almost showed that he didn't do anything there. He's just sleeping, first thing, and then he eat, and then he throw his excretes. So there's three things he does at that time. Yeah, so, and then everybody labeled him as a Dushe Sumba. Dushe Sumba means a person who knows when to throw the excretes, a person who knows when to eat, and one person who knows how to sleep. Okay, because of this Dushe Sumba. Dushe is no, okay? That is the maximum he knows, okay? He knows how to sleep and how to eat, what to eat and everything, and then how to throw excretes and all these things. That is they thought that was the only job he does. And then many of the people who has a huge ego problem, they thought that, oh, this is a really disgrace to the university. Shameful, okay? And how can he be a scholar, a practitioner in the university? And then they thought a very ugly thought. Oh, they planned that he's always sleeping and doing nothing. So now we have to make a timetable that everyone has to keep teaching. Okay, everyone has to keep teaching. And then automatically he will be out of university. Intending with this, and then they made a program saying that everyone has to keep teaching in front of all the scholars. Okay? And then they thought that he will be very poor, he will give a very poor presentation, and will be totally ashamed and helpless, and then he will automatically leave the university. And then they announced this, okay, and then, of course, they were so interested when the turn of Shantideva will come. And they were so happy that now we will see, okay, now we will see now. And then I think they put quite a special sort of throne, which is not normal, okay. I think they put a very high throne to make him very uncomfortable. Almost not possible to climb. And then they did quite a lot of naughty things, you see, naughty things. But then he sat on his throne without any problem. And then he asked, okay, do I have to say something which is never spoken by anybody, or do I have to say something which is already taught by Buddha? Okay? And they were very noisy. No. So, and then then slowly, he stated this text, okay, Shantideva's text, without any sort of paper, okay, without any book. He just recited everything. This is the words. When he reached to this text, and then he slowly lifted himself up from the throne, okay, and then he disappeared. And then he landed in another place, okay, he landed in another place. And those people who listen, okay, they say, oh, this is very good, this is very good. They listen. And up to the 9th chapter, there was no controversy. They say, okay, there's 9th chapter. And then someone heard, and that's another 10th chapter. That was a little bit controversial. And then they heard that the Shantideva landed on another place, and they went, and then they confirmed that which one is correct. The Shantideva's text, which has 9th chapter, or which has 10th chapter. And then he confirmed that there's a 10th chapter, and 10th is mainly the dedication, Bodhisattva's dedication. And then they all came to know. Then they went to his room. And there are so many things in a small wall, between the wall and between the room. There are so many scriptures and so many texts which is written by him. I don't know, because this in the history they say in the Pandita Yigatamo, means Pandit, okay, is a scholar or learned, and then so they have their own sort of way of writing. So you got many, and because of this they accumulated another text or so on. And then they really earned a lot of respect to him, and they also requested him to come back to the university. But I think according to the history, I think it didn't take place. So that is who is Shantideva. And then now the most important thing is if we study his text, and then we really know who is Shantideva. His text is widely used all over Tibet, all over Tibet. And there are so many commentaries. This is one of the commentary. I think one of the shortest commentary. I know there are about 32 commentaries. 32, explanations just on the Shantideva's text, which is the way of Bodhisattva's life. I think there are about 32, at least, I know.